Hey everyone, welcome. Ryan here is here. He's here to learn more. Ryan, I heard that you might get the Chromeboss business in a box. Maybe. All right, so you guys, I am here with me today with 21-year-old Ahmed, and he is from Pakistan. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, when I say software is global and you can literally work from anywhere in the world, I'm not kidding. And you can be any age really, as long as you can be young, you can be old. So I feel honored to interview Ahmed. He's such an action taker. He's one of those people where if he comes into a program and he'll pick it up fast, he's going to work on it. So he's actually a really cool Chromeboss. He's also really supportive of the Chromeboss community as well. So without further ado, today you can ask me anything during this and let me know if the sound is okay, because RJ has a fan running over there in his room. So let me know if the sound is bothering you. If it's too much for you guys, then he might turn it off. But otherwise, he needs that fan to kind of survive, right, RJ?
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's talk about how RJ, as a 21-year-old Chromeboss from Pakistan, made hopefully by now 8,000. I don't know, but hopefully by now $8,000 or close to $8,000 on his Chrome extension as something that's not super full-time for him. It is think of this, guys, it's 8,000 US dollars, okay? And he's in Pakistan. So
Yeah.
and he's 21 years old. Like, you really have I don't think if anyone's listening and they've lived a few decades, you really have no excuse not to join Chromeboss Elite. But with that said, let's take us back to RJ. And RJ, welcome. And I want everyone to know who you are. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about how did you come across this crazy world of Chrome extensions?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, thank you so much, Kim, for having me over here, because it's huge for me, and also to become the Chrome boss out there, because I love that and I love to be the part of the community out there. And all of these things, when I started into these things, started all back from I was born and raised in Saudi Arabia out there. I spent my whole life in there, and the people who are living in Saudi Arabia don't have the entrepreneurship mindset out there, since the immigrants love their 9 to 5 job. And like, even at that particular time when I was young, my mother was teaching tuition, so I was helping her in teaching mathematics out there. So I was get paid $100 a month. But the thing
Wait,
was, like,
you were getting paid $100 a month teaching math, right?
yeah, to many students, it was like almost 30 to 40 students, and it was literally crazy for me. And like, I was making $100 per month, but the thing was, I was spending on PlayStation 4 games, on mobiles, the gadgets, some sort of a liability for me at that particular time. So all of a sudden, like, we moved to Pakistan out there, and those were like complete. It was like we landed on Mars, to be very honest, because like completely different people out there, different mindset, different mentality, different way that they perceive the things. And it was crazy for us, to settle down into completely different country. And if you come to very first time, you know, from up to down, it's hard. From down to up is easy. Okay, we went from up to down,
Oh,
basically. And fast forward, like, I was in my second year out there, and I finished my college finally. And like, being in the Asian countries out there, you get taunted if you don't get yourself the admission at the university. They have so much competition out there happening up. That you need to get your admission in the university. You
I'm
need to make
Asian.
it done.
I'm Asian. I came from Asian immigrant parents. Strict.
Yeah, you can
You used to
absolutely
get
can relate to
straight
it.
A's. Yeah.
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 Yeah, so initially what happened was, I didn't got myself the admission in the university because the merit wasn't up to the mark, all of those things.
Yeah.
So it means that my 6 months have gone, like, I will not get myself the admission in the university. So like, all of the two point out there, I wasn't doing anything, to be very honest, but all of a sudden I saw the ad of Shopify, and I was like, I heard about Shopify, what basically Shopify is. And okay, I need to do a little bit more research. So I started to do more research about what Shopify literally is. I got to know about that. It got me a little bit interest of getting into this online stuff because I wasn't, mercifully, searching how to make money online. It wasn't my case. It was like happened all of a sudden. And like when I saw Shopify, it was like, okay, this might be the business model because in the initial start, people think e-commerce is easy. It's freaking hard. Okay, and that is the biggest misconception people make when thinking about making money online.
Yes,
And
e-commerce is hard. I agree.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And when that particular point come up, I was like, okay, that's fine. But I was thinking about how will I get paid? Like, you need to get paid for your stuff. And when I did my research out there, I was like, damn, we don't have PayPal, we don't have Stripe, we don't have any other payment gateway over here. Okay, we don't have like literally anything. So like initially what happened was I was like, oh my god, like I don't have any payment gateway out there, and ultimately I need to get paid. Everyone need to get paid out there. So like I started to do more of a research out there, like how to get any of the payment gateway out there for non-US citizens. So there was a guy named Sebastian Gomez. He had the video of how to create Stripe for non-US citizens out there. I saw the video. It gave the idea how to form Stripe out there, to create the
Yeah.
US LLC and to get the EIN number in the United States.
Yeah.
That is the initial process. So I was like, okay, let's do this. I went on the website where you can simply form the company in Delaware, just because you don't want to get more taxes just because you're not in the United States. You don't want to do that,
Yeah.
you know. And that was a huge coincidence that the cost for the LLC at that particular time was $126, and I had $126 at the time.
Yeah.
And I just paid, and it went completely zero. I just paid for my company to form it, and now I
Yeah.
don't have any money about that. Like I'm
Yeah.
on ground zero right now. And the next step for getting a payment gateway basically was to get an EIN number. Basically, an EIN number is free if you know how to take it. But a guy who don't know about taxes, about forms, and especially in the United States, like there's no way. Like it's hard for that person to get into the stuff. Like
Yeah.
I spent almost like 2 months trying to figuring out how I can do it on my own, how to
Yeah.
fill that form on my own rather than paying someone, because I don't have the money. It was $0 on me currently.
How do you live? You have parents, right?
Absolutely, I have, because but I was using my own money because I just don't wanted to take my parents' money out there.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Because that's not the successful what it's all about. If you can do the things on your own, that is the way to get things done.
Mhm.
So at that time, when I found the EIN, I got myself the Stripe account. It got done finally, but the point was again, now I need to pay for subscription. I need to have money for fulfillment. I need to have money for ads. Where's the money? I'm still on zero. I need to do something. The common problem what happens with most of the entrepreneurs, especially the people who are living in Asian countries, because I can relate more to those people, is that they say, the currency conversion is so bad. We don't have money. We don't know how to do the things. If you want to do the things, ultimately it will happen. You will try and you will be able to figure it out.
Yeah, I love that
Okay?
attitude. Wait, let me take a pause and let me just commemorate that moment. If you want to do the thing, you can figure it out. And I feel like for a lot of people who are especially older, they don't necessarily feel that way because they have work, they have family, they have life, they have everything. And it's like, oh my gosh, if I want to do the things, I really have to carve out the time. And I feel like your mentality is like, I'm going to do it no matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it is. I'm going to get through it like a bulldozer, kind of. And I really like that because that is a trait that will work really well in the online space. And with that said, I want to say hey to Brittany and Ramsey. Ramsey is Santa. He's like, Santa's dropping by. Hey, Lamar. Lamar just joined our Business in a Box
Awesome.
program. And then Ryan is can't wait to learn more. So hey guys. So at that point you're like, okay, you got Stripe working, right? And then what happened?
Yeah, so when I had all of the stuff ready up, but I was thinking about how should I, manage up for the money for like Shopify store and the rest of the stuff. I was like, I need to have the money. I need to do something as well. I just don't want the money again from my parents. I just don't want to do that because at that time I was probably like 18 or 19. Okay, and it is back in 2018 out there. So at that particular time, what I did was that I just posted on Instagram, hey, if anyone want to invest in my business, let me know. So there was like one few of my students whom I taught maths, and they were good friends. They reached out to me. They asked like, what is the thing that you talked about? I was like, hey, I'm doing online business. This is going to be e-com. It's going to be fun. And they paid $200 and took the equity of 30%. Like whatever going to be the profit or loss is, they will take 30% out of it. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I have $200. Okay,
Yeah.
and now I have started up my Shopify store. I started everything up, and that was Black Friday. When I launched my store, it was 24 October 2018, and it
Yeah.
was like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And in the
Yeah.
e-commerce, people make 6 figures a day, 7 figures a day, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, if those people out there make 6 figures a day, I might make 6 figures or 7 figures in a week. Okay, that might be the thing. What would happen?
Yeah.
But ultimately, when I started out, I started running ad. It was like wrong product, wrong targeting, wrong copy. Money is wasting out literally out there. Like I was like throwing money, but I have limited money right now
Yeah.
because once you're doing or once you're testing, you don't test it on emotional basis.
Yeah.
You test it on the basis of the stats what's happening. And in the initial start, that's happened. People get emotionally attached with the products and all of those things, and they get those things in a really bad way. So I stopped the campaign. During the whole of my e-commerce time, like I was trying to figuring out how I can be able to sell to the person I don't know, to the unknown, and during
Yeah.
the whole time it never happened. To
Yeah.
the unknown online, I never be able to sold anything. I done different campaigns as well, but all of them didn't work.
Yeah.
So like uh, finally, I got myself the admission in the university,
Yeah.
and that finally it happened after 6 months, you know. And at that particular time, like I got into the university out there, I had some sort of a pendant around there that is like I love you in 100 languages. And since I'm in university, I know where I need to find my target audience for, you
Yeah.
know. And it was Valentine's Day on jokes about. I was like, I got the perfect people. I know where I need to go up and where I need to do the things. So I just sold offline all of those things and made some, 300 to 400 bucks at that particular time. But during my whole journey, I was hearing the marketers talking about the concept of funnels. Funnel, funnel, funnel. I was like, what is a funnel? Is it like filling up water with some type of pipe, something like that, or filling up oil tanks,
Oh
something like
yeah.
that?
Let me know, you guys, if the first time you heard of a funnel, you thought of it as like a physical funnel, and you're like, what the heck is all this funnel business online? Like, why is everyone talking about a funnel? Let me know if you can relate. But
Yeah.
definitely for me, I was like, what the heck is a funnel? It took me quite a while to get the idea of like the actual real meaning and real use behind a funnel. So you learned about the funnel, and then how did you get to Chromeboss? Let's speed up this timeline that you're.
Yeah, I will try to make it like as short as possible currently. Okay, so like when I got to know about funnels, and I started getting into affiliate marketing and ClickFunnels stuff, like
Yeah.
I had the trial for 2 months for ClickFunnels. Okay, the support team extended my trial, and all of those throughout the whole time I wasn't making any sale. Literally, I was like trying to figuring out why the hell all of these people getting orange bars and I'm not. You know.
I paid for ClickFunnels for 2 years without doing anything, without even
And
making a funnel. So I'm worse
yeah,
than you.
but for us it's something like 97 bucks is like 15,000 rupees. It is something that I pay for my whole rent for my hostel in a
Yeah,
month.
that's huge. Yeah, $97 a month for you is so much money. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is literally huge. So like on March 9th, I made my full sale. That was for one funnel away challenge. I was like, oh my god. Like I made my first $100 selling to the unknown in a day. That is what I spent in a whole month.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy, this works.
Yeah.
And that at that particular time, at that first month I made my first $100. In the following 3 months made my first $1,000, and then following 5 to 6 months made my first $10,000. Now at that particular point I was watching, to be very honest, I was watching other people out there having their own softwares or Chrome extensions out there. Okay.
Yeah.
i
Who
i,
who,
I
who did you
like
find?
to be
Spencer?
very no, like I haven't found Spencer at that particular time that he had the CF affiliate grabber tool. During that particular time, the most thing that I've not noticed was Zaki, because he
That,
had his because he had his comment funnels launch campaign happening throughout the whole time because he
Yeah.
was literally everywhere.
Yeah, he was.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, he was literally everywhere, and I was like, you serious? Is that freaking possible to have that particular thing? Because throughout the whole time, I was using Group Convert to be very honest, but I didn't knew who Group Convert owned by. You know,
Okay.
yeah. In the initial start, I didn't knew about that, but
Yeah.
later on, like I got to know about it was by you and literally everything. I was like, I need to have something like that I own, and that gives me passive income
Yeah.
and I have my own rights because like I love doing affiliate marketing. To be very honest, I still do affiliate marketing, or
Yeah.
I still go into the partnership stuff. But the
Yeah.
problem with all of those things is that you don't have that much control over those things.
True. Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you have your own product and or when you have your own software out there, you have literally full control,
Yeah.
and you can simply do so much things. And now because ultimately you are a software owner.
Yeah.
Okay, you have that particular authority type of stuff. So then I was like, trying to figure it out, how to get into the stuff. I was doing some sort of research out there. Since I knew about you, then I got to know about Chromeboss. But to be very honest, guys, for me it was like, it was huge amount for me to
It
get
was
into
a lot of
Chromeboss.
money for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
$97 is, you said, like a month's rent, right?
yeah, and it was like literally crazy for me to get into. I was like, I need to get into it, but I don't have the money for now. I
Yeah.
need to get into it. I might do some sort of things or something like that.
Yeah.
So luckily, it was Black Friday again,
Yeah.
and I totally remember that was some sort of a special offer done by you.
Yeah.
I truly remember. Yeah, I truly remember. I had the card, but I didn't have the limit to pay the straight away amount, and I told you like just send me the invoices into split ups.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
that happened. So to be very honest, right now I'm in my hostel, and that was the exact same place I paid the amount. Okay,
Yeah.
for getting into Chromeboss.
Yeah.
And once I went into Chromeboss out there, I told my roommates, hey, I just invested like 80 to 100,000 rupees, you
Yeah.
know, and they were like, that is a piece of my semester, by the way. Okay, that is a piece of my semester.
You're crazy.
Yeah, that was like, you freaking serious? Like, like have you ever think about that in order to pay those things? Like,
Okay,
have
wait,
you think about that?
I want to stop you, and I want to say this. Like, hey Lisa, hey Ramsey, hey everyone online.
Yeah,
Just conceptualize you being 20 years old and paying not paying more than a couple of months rents, many months of rent for something that is online that someone else created across the world and hoping it will work. Like,
yeah.
20 years old. When you're 20, what the heck are you doing? I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about, like, think about your own self and your own life. When I was 20, I was literally just going to school. Like, I graduated at, I think, 21. So I was just going to school. I would never in my whole brain wrap around at that age paying several months of rent for an online course. I think that's a normal reaction from your friends to think that you are absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree with that particular point because not many people are into entrepreneurship over here.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the freaking craziest part what happened was before I jumped into the stuff, especially in the local market and promote ClickFunnels. Over
Yeah.
like 100 plus thousand users out there, there are just like a maximum of 100 people who are using ClickFunnels in here, all around Pakistan. ClickFunnel user. And that is currently because now I promoted it heavily. Otherwise, they're like 10, 20 to 25. The difference out there, that was huge. So for them to say that I'm crazy, that is completely true from their side.
Yep.
Because what they are thinking about is that what they are thinking about making something in a month, I was making in a day in the future sense.
Yeah. Yes.
And it's not realistic for them.
Yeah.
But for me, it was completely because I was like, I'm putting my own money. If something not happen, it is like something that's completely fine for me because I'm putting my own money. If I'm
Yeah.
putting someone else's money out there, there are risks. Okay, and as you said out there, if someone who is elder out there, who is old, he has so much responsibility. Me as a student, I don't have that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can put up my money out there and see if that works. If I will try to work it.
Yeah. And I think it's really important to borrow your mentality, especially if someone's older. Just think about it. Like RJ's mind is like anything is possible. I'm going to invest in myself. It's a no brainer thing. Of course, I'm going to do it, even if my friends are calling me crazy, even if I'm spending like months and months of rent income on this and I'm trusting in this process. But what's really important is you trust yourself. Like
Yeah.
you really can, I can feel it through the screen that you have so much confidence that if you're going to do it, it will work. And when you see that, especially within the simple software world, you're like, that's a for sure thing. And I think that to me, it's like, it's a really good feeling to have. And it's a really good feeling to borrow, even if you have all these bills and responsibilities. But go on.
Yeah. So, like, even when we talk about these processes, the thing is, procrastination is a part of the game in entrepreneurship. It happens each and every day. Every day you procrastinate. I literally procrastinated after getting into Chromeboss because I was like, because mentally I've paid 80,000 rupees. Even though I have paid for it, I had procrastination that, have I done that? I have all those receipts out there. I also put it up in my webinar slides. Like, look, I've invested so much in myself.
Yeah.
Don't deny those things out there. Like I invested so much. So
Yeah.
like once I got into Chromeboss out there, like I had some sort of money at that time. Like I had $1,000 to be very honest at that particular time. I
Yeah.
just don't wanted to, go and create extension on my own money
Yeah.
because I saw Zaki and I went to Chromeboss out there and there was the process of Zaki's launch strategy.
Yeah.
I was like, I just don't want to do it on my own. I don't want to pay on my own out there. I want to have the pre-launch method.
Yeah. So just to pause you there, what he's talking about right now is that is 100% possible for you to pay for almost all or part of your Chrome extension development process even before you pay for, you can prepay for
Yeah.
your development cost. So that's possible with simple software because there's a thing called pre-selling. And inside Chromeboss, with Zeki's help, we have a launch like the pro method. And I remember when you approached me, you're like, Kim, like, how do I go about this? I'm like, this is how you go about it here. And you just took it and started doing it. You just started going for it. And then later on, a little bit later on, you're like, hey, Kim, I like pre-sold this and pre-sold that. And I'm like, you're pre-selling a partnership plan. You're pre-selling, so it's like skills that you took and then you continue on with it in just other things involved in Chromeboss, but still it's like now
Yeah.
power of being able to do that, right? So just so you guys know, he's talking about the Chromeboss Launch Like a Pro method. Zeki was one of the founders of it, and we formed it together inside Chromeboss, and now it's available in Chromeboss. So it's actually, would you say that it's like an effortless way to launch? It's like kind of like, okay, you know what to do, you know the steps, and all you have to do is start it. Like it takes out
Yeah.
guesswork, right?
Yeah. So basically, the thing is, it's never been something like you have the script and you just put it up, it will work because again you need to market it.
Yeah.
Okay. Since in the past, like I was into like perhaps like 6 to 7 months now into the online world out there. So
Yeah.
I also have gone through one funnel away challenge, and that is like also one of the best training out there into the market. So when they were talking about the concept of the traffic, the work your way in, your buy your way in, and the GU100 concept out there, I was like, okay, I have these things that I can post on my profile out there. Now I've created the relation. Like guys, understand one thing, okay? That is super important. If you see out there someone who is like, and like for example, if we talk about Zaki, he made like $10,000 in his 2 weeks. Something like that would happen. Like if
$10,000 2 weeks. I'm gonna say that
yeah,
Zeki made $10,000 pre-selling his Chrome extension in 2 weeks. All right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he made like $10,000 in 2 weeks, the thing was before he did all of those, he already created the relation in the market.
Yep.
That was the exact same thing, and that was the thing out there. So I was like watching on the people out there, like who are the people who are on the exact same level I am, so I can work my way in into the stuff because like for my extension in the initial start it was like $800. I
Yeah.
paid them $100.
Yeah.
out there. That was the, because I didn't know about that. To be very honest, like I was thinking about that having a Chrome extension is so freaking complicated that was overloading things. So that
Yeah.
is the fact, literally. And
Yeah.
like when I started to get into the watching the modules out there, understanding the things, because we need to have good developers. We need to know what are the things that we need to know on the back end,
Yep.
so we can leverage those things. And I was like, like that is risky. Do it on your own risk. Like how Kim's talking about the stuff, just go tell them this is that is what we are going to pay to you. Okay, that is the thing. This is the general milestone. We won't go ahead with that. The way that Kim's talk about how to give the milestones on the developer part.
Yep. Yep.
I was like, I will do the exact same thing. And
Yes.
okay, on the basis of even for the on the basis of the developer out there, I was like, I wanted to have the developer with the exact same native language because I want to communicate in a better way,
Yes.
so I can let them know about. And that is one of the things that you might do, and it is completely fine. Okay, because now it will be more easier. Like I saw Kim was talking about go and search yourself a good developer.
Yeah.
You know,
There is in the training, in the 5-day training, where day 3 we spoke about hiring the developer.
yeah,
I did say you guys got the tip of the iceberg with the training if you're just watching this in the 5-day thing. But you can choose, you can actually filter out by language as well. So a developer will have English proficiency, but then also below that there is their second or third language. They can actually list more than one language. So for you were searching for someone that could speak more your native
yeah,
language, that you can communicate better.
absolutely. Yeah, so basically I told them, I gave them all of the tasks, I paid them $100. I was like, okay, now I just need to have a look because I was a little bit excited because I just want to see how it works now. Okay. So I just went working my way in. I reached out all of the people out there. At that time I was selling on $147. Okay,
Yeah.
my extension. And
Yeah.
I was like, I reached all of my group friends out there. I reached out, hey, I just launching my software called Friend Farmers. By the way, I want my own shirt. So
I know, right? He's wearing
yeah.
his brand right now, you guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically I reached all of them out. I was like, hey, I'm just pre-selling out there, and I already set it up the affiliate program because they need to be something for them as well. They need to be something profitable for them. And they was like, yeah, cool, let's do this. So I jump on the interviews. I was telling the concept, and again, I didn't have the dashboard. I just had the idea.
Yeah.
No one have ever saw during my whole pre-sale mode. No one had ever saw how my Chrome extension looks like until they got the access.
Yeah.
Okay, it was just the idea because like even when we talk about idea, when I got myself the idea about what the concept is, the second thing before I reached out to those person was the validation point to see if that works. We don't need to emotionally get attached to the software out there just because we have the idea and we think about that it's going to be working out.
Yeah.
It's not that case. We need to validate to see if it works.
Yeah. So how did you validate it? How did you validate the idea? What do you
Easiest way, like that is the easiest way. Just either go for the targeted groups, okay, or just go to your profile. What I did, I went on my profile out there. I was like, hey, like how about if you I didn't talk about that. I will do something like that. How about if you get a Chrome extension, that send post message to newly added friend. They
Yeah.
were like, oh no, like is there something new, something like that, like is this possible, like you serious? I was like, I had 110 comments out there. I was like, that is more of a validation. Okay, that works.
And I want to stop you there. So do you guys hear that? He said that what he did was he posted a post and it had 110 comments. So people were saying, yeah, I want that. And that's, just think about it. Can you validate anything else out there like that? Can you validate a Shopify item of a store by just doing a post? Can you validate your whole coaching program by one post? Can you validate all of that by one post? But you can validate an extension idea literally from 1 or 2 posts. And in day 4, I showed you guys, if you are watching this right now, and you want to revisit the replay to see it, in day 4, I showed you guys a post that I did in a Facebook ads group, and it had 76 comments in the same day. And it was like, yes, I want that. Yes, 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 yes. So finding validation is such an easy thing with a Chrome extension. So
Yeah.
kind of want to put that in there that I did that too, RJ.
Absolutely, that is the necessary part. Like after like I've done the validation, then I went to the all of those things because now I realized it works. I started working on the funnel. I like setting all of those things up because I just needed to get more leads out there until or unless I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Because I got the idea from Zaki that to have a giveaway and have a one-time offer, something like that. So because I saw that funnel at that time,
Yeah.
you know, I
Yeah.
had the idea about that. So I reached out to all of the friends. I went on the interview. I provided a special offer to their community.
Yeah.
Okay, their community was buying that, but after that interview ended up, and guys, that is literally secret out there. When I ended up the interview, what I did was that, hey, thank you so much. Like it was glad to have or like to be on your group, on your show. Like I have a special offer for you specifically, not for your audience. The audience have it for you. Like you just get it for like $97 one time. Otherwise, it's like $147 at that time. For
Yeah.
you, just $97 one time.
Yeah.
And to make it more exclusive, I use a coupon code.
Yeah.
Uh, they would feel like, oh my god, like I put in my effort. And every single interview that I did, I sold to each and every admin out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
every single thing.
I kind of want to stop you and highlight this very important point. Okay. When it's so easy to make sales because with a Chrome extension, you could have a landing page that has like a higher price, like, I don't know, for you, 147. And literally, if you were to tell the person that you're talking to right there, that's like, this is only 97 for you, here's a coupon code, they feel that exclusivity and it's like such an easy sale. And the delivery is instantaneous as well. So you can just show up, say, hey, I have a deal. And since it's a Chrome extension that you already vetted, you already know people want it. It's like, what are they waiting for? They're saving so much money if they take that deal with you now. So
Yeah.
if you feel like you need extra cash or something, like just show up. Just show up and say, hey, I have a deal. I have a Black Friday deal. I have this deal. and they will say yes because it is actually a deal. Like otherwise they're going on the landing page and they have to pay 147, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely. So that was the initial time, when I got my first sale, I absolutely let it about, hey, I just got my first sale out there. Because what I was analyzing was two things. One, how to cover up the cost of the extension and how to cover up the cost of the Chromeboss Masterclass. That was my main two goals.
Yeah.
And each interview I've done, I've sold to the people and I've sold to the admin out there. Each interview I've done throughout my whole launch time when it was like about to end, I increased the price to 297 now because I don't like to do fake scarcities. I did the live, I increased the price, and even though on the cart before increase up, there was one more guy who bought it. And now when I increased to $297, I just did one sale to cover up the whole expense out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I haven't launched it yet because they were working on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
right? You were selling before you even had it. They were working on it. Yeah. Yeah.
They were absolutely working on it. And like throughout, I launched it on March 9th when I made my first sale online. That was the exact same date when I launched Friend Funnels.
Yeah.
So like at one point, like before it was like 2 to 3 weeks left, I had like, oh my god, like I just need 100 or $200, to cover up my whole expense out there. All of a sudden, there was a guy who needed the software. I provided him the link. He bought it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I just covered up the whole expense of the software out there.
Yeah.
Now I own it. First of all, the second thing is that whatever I will make currently is my own profit. Apart from what affiliate I profit.
Yeah. Pure profit.
Apart what pure profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is affiliate.
Yeah.
And I was like, now I have a software.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it was not expensive, right? It was like a couple hundred, maybe, I don't know how much, but it wasn't like you're from Pakistan, it's like $97 is a lot of money. So to go and have someone buy something for like 147 or 297 in one day, it's like such a big deal. It's huge. Even in America, I'm saying, I'm going to tell you right now, that's a big deal to see 247 come in. or like, you know, that's one purchase though. That's just one. So you have a lot of people on Facebook is what I'm saying. But anyways, so now take me to, so now that you pre-sold it, you pay for the extension, you own software now, everything else is pure profit minus affiliates. Now what do you do? Like, where is your journey? What's the possibility for you? And by the way, you guys, is this, RJ, is this your full-time thing, or do you do other things? Is this something that's on the side for you, or is it like full-time? Let me know, like, what's the balance of your income right now of your online world?
Yeah, so basically, you know, I still do some of the other things as well because that is not my only thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, because you know, I just wanted to create a brand around something as like friend funnel. I just wanted to create the brand around. So it is one of the core product itself
Yeah.
that I have.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I'm doing affiliate marketing, I'm doing coaching and consulting, creating funnels from my clients out there.
Yeah.
But with that initial part, you know, that is, you know, what you can simply say 25% out there.
Yeah.
But that is recurring.
Yeah. That's
Right now it's recurring.
that's recurring for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is literally huge because once I launched it, and now you know about that. Like I started to use the process of Dream 100 and interviewing those like 7 and 8 figures entrepreneurs out there.
Yep.
I got in touch with Steve Larson. I was like, hey man, and it was at the time of Traffic Secrets launch.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was like I reached out to him somehow, got into his inbox.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know, I know that you know how much I admire you, all of those things. I
Yeah.
would love to provide my software to your audience if someone buys Traffic Secrets from you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I haven't provided him the link of my funnel.
Yeah.
And after like an hour or so, I saw his story. He had friend funnels on his tab. Okay, he
Oh.
wasn't using, but he had it. I haven't provided him the link of the funnel,
Yeah.
but he thought about it and he had it on his tab. So he might have done his own research.
Yeah. He searched for it online.
Yeah, he's that is freaking Steve Larson. Okay, he searched. He took his time to search for it, and I was like, oh my god, that is literally crazy. I
Yeah.
put it up that Insta story. I put it up on Facebook. Steve Larson had friend found on his tab, and they were like, people coming up because now Steve Larson had it. It
Yeah.
has some authority right now.
Yes. Yeah.
You
Like,
know?
like how else would you be part of Steve Larson's world? You know, he's this guy who's earning millions a year. He has tons and tons of followers. Why, how can you get in front of him or even connect your name to his name, your brand to him? Now, a Chrome extension lets you be in front and connect with all these influencers, even if it's just a screenshot of him using it, is
Yeah.
such a big deal because how else would you, like, RJ, 20 years old, try to, you know, like, you have your coaching program, you have your things, but like, is Steve Larson gonna buy your coaching program? You know, is Steve Larson gonna, how? So Chrome extension, super just into his world because he's able to get it whenever. He just searches friend funnel and then get it. So that is an amazing story. So okay, so Steve Larson, you saw that he was interested in it. You just plant the seed, and he got curious. You took pictures, and now people are coming to you. Now they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, Steve Larson uses this. I want to use it." Now, what happened then?
Yeah, so when I saw that Steve Larson had on its tab, I I downloaded the Instagram story by the way, and I posted on the social media. I was letting the people know that Steve Larson had friend on his tab, and that is freaking crazy because getting
What else
attention
does he
on,
have up there? I want to stop you. What other Chrome extensions does he have? Is there a lot
yeah,
or very little?
there was something that he used personally,
Yeah.
not like that much common extension, that the common extension that he uses.
Yeah, so my point is there's not that many other Chrome extensions on his
Yeah,
computer. You're not competing against millions of people. You are right there where he's looking, competing against a few other people. And I think that that's really important. That's like vision real estate. You have vision real estate on Steve Larson's computer. And so
yeah,
that is a big deal. I want to point that out. That he doesn't have like, he probably has a lot of Chrome extensions, but it's not like it's not like you competing against everyone on Google. It is you literally competing against a few other extensions, right?
Yeah,
So go on. Then what happened?
yeah. So like after like Steve Larson stuff, like people started to get more and buying the things out there. Now like I got into more and more and more into Dream 100 stuff out there. You know, create a relation with the people out there, especially with my Dream 100, because ultimately I know that if I'm promoting, but ultimately if they promote it, that is going to be insane,
Yeah.
literally insane. Because if I portray that product itself in such a way that is the solution for their audience, they will never say no.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in that particular time, like I approached Dream 100, but I was creating relation right now because I just don't want it to go straight away. I haven't offered him to buy something like that. It wasn't something like that. It never happened. Okay, but the
Yeah.
thing was what overall happened was he somehow had it. He
Yeah.
somehow saw that, and it is literally huge for me and for the other people out there. So
Sure.
like through the other process, like when I started out and have my own, because having a software, having a Chrome extension, you can have multiple sources of income. You can have it on a partner's way, you can have it on a user's way. Okay, now I just wanted to move it on the partners program and have look more of a more high, like something that I make in spend in a month I can make in a day, or make in a month with single person out there, 97 a month or 297 or something like that. So I jumped on and ended on the partners program on the particular point, and
Yeah.
I haven't created my partners dashboard. I provided all of the people out there who were into the partners program the access, and I told them, hey, just let me know for now whom are the people that I need to add into the dashboard
Yeah.
currently.
Okay. I want to stop you there, and I want to highlight that very important point. A partnership portal, you might be thinking, oh my god, partnership, oh, a dashboard, oh my god, all this stuff. Do I have to wait until all of that is created to sell it? Can I manually add members in the meantime of that being built? Can I do
Yeah,
that? And the answer is resoundingly yes, because you have your own access. You can add users. Other people can add users yet, but you can add that manually. So just go out there and get that cash so that it pays for the partnership portal. So for those of you guys who don't know what the heck a partnership portal is, because not everyone is technical, RJ, it is a place where you can add and subtract users uh, on the internet, so for your extension. So that's what that means when he says partnership portal. But go on.
yeah, yeah. So
Free
like
soul.
yeah,
Yeah.
so when I had the partnership program out there, like I was adding manually people because I know the dashboard is working on, so I need to do the things. But at that time, I sold. There is one of big influencers out there you might know about. His name is Wayne. Okay, he's Wayne Crow. He's an email
I know.
marketer. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has solo ads and all of those things. He's in my
Yeah.
partners program out there.
Oh,
Okay,
he is. Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
he's, and imagine he is into my partners program out there. So imagine how much the outreach right now I'm getting, even though if he's providing it for free, whatever the thing was out there. But because of him, I'm getting more outreach. And now if he's providing someone my software for free, I can sell them my partnership program on the back end.
Lisa says, I don't know, but partnership portal will be part of my vocabulary soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I want to highlight what RJ said. RJ was like, I focus on selling the partnership because I'm reaching influencers. They're paying me more a month. And even if they were to give it away for free to their people, they have a lot of people. So I'm
Yeah,
going to get that exposure because even if these licenses are free, there's going to be so many more other people that hear about it in the distance, and then they go and they visit it online on his website. So the benefits of being able to attach your name, attach your brand to an influencer, it's so powerful. And you said that you follow the Dream 100, but honestly, how many dreams were there? Like five, right? Dream five big people, dream four people that made a
yeah,
big difference in your world. Stephen Larson, Wayne Kroll. You don't need to have 100. It would be nice, but really, it's like dream 5, for me. I'm thinking like not that many, that maybe I can count on my hand the dream amount of people, and each person have sent me hundreds, if not thousands of people my way, right? So go ahead. Now that you pre-sold the partnership, and then about to get the partnership portal, where are you right now? What happens next?
Yeah, so here comes the craziest part, because guys, I was talking about the manual thing when I got into, especially with the partners program with Wayne, and he had some sort of a program, and he wanted me for 10 minutes out there to promote what is the bonus is, and the bonus was my software.
Yeah.
Okay, for his whatever the core offer was,
Yeah.
and the only bonus was my software. And after he hit the card close, like he freaking made $60,000, and the only bonus that he had was my software. And let me tell you crazy thing.
The only bonus he had was your Chrome extension, and he made $60,000.
Yeah.
Man, that mind blown with that. That's
And
crazy.
it wasn't just mind blown for you guys, it was like mind blown for me, because eventually I was again working on my dashboard, and there were like hundreds of requests reached out to the support team. Hey, we haven't got the access to the bonuses, something like that. I reached out to Wayne. I was like, Wayne, everything is filled up,
Yeah.
literally filled up. Our inbox is like booming up right now. Just
Yeah.
let your people know. Just wait for it. Wait
Yeah,
for some
you're
amount of time.
manually adding them. You're like manually adding one by
we,
one.
we won't be able to add manually, because there were like 255 people. For us, it's irrealistic to add 255 people that much. Like, that was literally crazy.
Yeah.
So I just told my developer to just fasten up the process, because I was adding up the Zapier process, because I just wanted to automate that much more, since
Yeah.
he had it done.
Yeah.
I had the automation sent up,
Yeah.
and then all of them sent up to all of the individual out there. Even though it
Yeah.
was free for the people, I had their email list. I can email them out. I can do literally whatever I want to do with my other offers, because now consecutively they're in my email list ultimately.
Yeah.
You know?
So your
And then
email suddenly blew up by like
yeah,
250
it was like 250 people in a day. For me,
in
it
one
was
day.
like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then I just started to reach out to more people. I like, even right now, like, we are working on few new features. We might add up by next week on the stuff. We are listing on the people what they want, or what they want as a part of a feature out there. Listen to the market, add it to the product. And let me tell you the biggest thing what happened. There was a guy who got into partners program, and then, like, I'm talking about the success and the failures. Okay, and he talked to me, hey man, I just want to cancel my partner program. And I told him, hey, you won't be able to get into my partners program back. He was like, cool man, like, I don't think so, I will never come to. The next following day he was like, man, I think my audience need your software. Can I get it back? I was like, dude, like, you are my friend, that is the last warning I'm giving to you, but don't think about that. He
Yeah.
come back to the program initially. Okay, this never happened currently that any person who got into partners program leaves it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
here's what's crazy. All my partners who got in, they stay.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to cancel, and then there are some partners who get in and then they don't even use it, so they'll cancel right away. So, but that's like far and few. The people who actually give out the Chrome extensions to their audience, to their world, there are so many hooks, so many like hooks in place that if they were to say no to the partnership, it's painful. It's like,
Yeah.
I have to like, backtrack, or all those people are like, So anyways, when you're like, hey, you can't get back in, he was like, no, never mind. So
Yeah.
go ahead. What
Yeah.
happened?
So basically, I just started to get the other people out there, because now I have the automation for the partners, automation for the users. For me, I want to create the system, and I want to get myself out of the system.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that is what matters. That is what passive is. You don't need to worry about the stuff. Everything is automated now. So then we started to get users out there, and as you talked about, we are almost like on the verge of like $8,000 overall. It is like 7.5K, something like that.
Yeah.
But there are some people out there who literally, rather than paying 97 a month, paid 1,000 or $1,500 lifetime, because they know that they don't want it to pay every single month.
Yeah.
You know, and that is huge. You can do, and the thing is the same.
It's
You
the
know,
same inventory. It's the same effort. It is going from, it could be $10 that you can give that away, or it can be $1,000. And you're like, no more effort for me. It's the same thing because it's all automated, right?
yeah,
That's what's crazy. Like I want to pay homage to that. Like with e-commerce, you, in order to get another unit, you have to buy that unit. You have to go and physically have it, or it's somewhere in the world, physical location, and you have to buy every single unit, and you have to keep track of the units. With software, whether it's one, whether it's 1,000, it's the same effort. So that's why it's so cool. But
yeah.
so now you're saying that you're selling $1,000 for lifetime? No.
Yeah, it wasn't like $1,000. It is like $2,000, but there was like some sort of a deal happen up with that
Yeah.
person out there.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
otherwise it's not. It is like $2,000 one-time payment, because ultimately that restrictions you were talking about, that is exact same restrictions. They've already passed it to their users, and now if the partners program ended up, all of them account will got paused, which is be headache for them, not for us. Because
Yeah.
though these people were the partners out there.
Yeah.
You know, that is something what we can talk about, the stickiness. You need to have the stickiness in your software.
Yeah. Super sticky. So, so your partner paid $2,000 to just have partnership for life, or
Yeah,
for that amount. All right. Cool. Yeah. So do you guys see that, RJ? From a 20-year-old, 18-year-old kid when you first started this world, and then 20, you get 20 years old, spent months and months of rent on a program, and then got into it, and then started pre-selling it, started forming those relationships online, those connections, pre-sold it to them, got in front of influencers. And by the way, his journey, he traveled the journey that I traveled, because I traveled it, I taught it, he started traveling my journey. My journey is very similar to RJ's, because I did exactly that. I pre-sold, I got in front of influencers, and now people who are earning millions of dollars online, literally the CEO of a multi-million dollar company is one of my partners. Like, they're going to stay around for a long time. And I can only get in that circle because of these rinky dinky Chrome extensions, these Chrome extensions. So let's take it to now. Like, now, what is your goal, RJ? Like, what's the potential for your life? You went from from earning $100 a day to earning something in a day that most people that are your peers would make in months. And then now you're a 21-year-old. I'm gonna call you kid because you're very young to me. You're a 21-year-old kid, and you're coaching. You are doing affiliate marketing. You're earning passive income. You're earning passive income from your partners and your users. And I feel like the sky's the limit for you. You are only 21 years old. Like, what happens when you're 30? What is the future for you now that you know that this world exists, and you just took the courage to believe and step into it, when a lot of your peers are like, you're nuts. A lot of your friends are like, that's crazy. But
yeah,
how has your future changed?
yeah. So basically, the things what I'm thinking about of my future out there, like I'm still on a path to make 10K a month. That should be recurring out there. Okay, and
Say that again.
yeah, I'm still on my words to making 10K a month recurring.
Yeah,
Okay, so
recurring.
absolutely recurring. So I'm creating a way in such a way out there, so that especially from with my software, because I know that it can do that, even though on which platform it is, I need to optimize it, because again it's on Facebook, so I need to optimize it again and again and again. But my goal is by the end of the year to make $10,000 recurring with my extension out there.
Yeah, and $10,000 a month in
Yeah,
Pakistan, how much is that?
1.5 million.
1.5 million rupees. Okay, and what's the
Yeah,
normal monthly? What's the normal amount of rupees that people earn a month over there?
yeah. So let me tell you, and you guys will be like really
Right.
shocked. Yeah. So the like a good salary over here is like 60 to 70,000 rupees. Okay, that is five. That is like 400 bucks. That is a good salary. Okay, if yeah, if someone is making like 100,000 to 200,000 rupees, that is an elite level salary. Okay,
Yeah,
because a good amount of people don't ever imagine to make more than 200,000 rupees.
yeah,
1.5 million, that is rare case.
yeah. And
Okay,
you're
now yeah, like I'm thinking that is completely realistic, and people were like, my uncle was talking about, he was like, just go pursue your degree out there. I was like, I will make 10K a month, and he knows the amount, the value of the amount. I will be like freaking Jeff Bezos over there, especially in my community. Okay,
yeah,
especially in my community, I'm going to be freaking Jeff Bezos. Okay, and I talked about him, and he's like good in traveling in his business. But I told him like I will make like 1.5 million recurring in a month. I will leave my university because
yeah,
that is $10,000. That is like if I make $100,000 in a year out there, that is what people might make in their whole life over here.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, I will make it. I know because as you talked about that. Anytime I get into other people's podcasts when they are interviewing me out there,
yeah,
and they were like, "Man, like I'm feeling jealous. Like I'm on my 30s, and that guy is on his 40s, and you're in your 20s, and we are on the exact same level." I'm feeling kind of a jealous out there,
yeah,
just because of age factor. Because I have so much time, I got to know about the things out there. In as you talked about the dream five, let's say,
yeah,
the only person left in my dream. Let me tell you who are my top dream five is. That
yeah,
is Russell Brunson, Steve Larson, Spencer Macomb, Catherine Jones, and then there is one more person as well.
yeah,
Russell Brunson is the only person out there who is left in my dream 100 to get him on my show, to get that exposure for me, to
yeah,
get the authority.
yeah.
And if you having your own, yeah, RJ Bezos, love that man, love that. That is freaking crazy. Okay, I will call myself that absolutely. So, so like having, when we talked about all of those things come up, and
Mhm,
what are the certain goals are,
mhm.
like that is completely realistic to make things work.
Yep.
It works, by the way.
10,000 a month. 10,000 a month over here is a lot for a lot of people. And
That is a target goal for all of the people out there who starts out.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I just love your story, RJ, and I am absolutely like when you got into my program, I was like, oh man, you're from you're from Pakistan. What the heck? And I didn't even know your age actually. You had a picture, but I was like, you could be whatever, you could be any age. I don't know. But it just shocked me when I realized that this absolutely can apply to like not only the adults but also their kids and the people in college. And if you had to choose between Shopify or this, if you had to choose between college even or this, I mean, you don't have to choose because you can go to college and this at the same time, but if that was a choice, like what would you choose for your life if you had, now you have a lot of time, but what if you didn't have a lot of time? What if you spent those years and now you're looking at your life and you're like, oh my gosh, all those years passed by and I didn't make a name for myself. I don't have software, I don't have passive income, like, so if you were to choose when you're 18, what would you tell your 18-year-old self? That's not too long ago. That's literally like 3 years ago. But anyway.
Yeah, you might not be able to say that, like what would happen like if you go back to 10 years, because at that time I might eating lollipop out there, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So basically, like if I go back, I might say two things. That I if because as I told you, like, so having softwares, having Chrome extension is one of the best thing out there.
Yeah.
Okay, and that is okay, that is the real deal, to be very honest. And I might say that, just go first of all and get somehow, don't waste any money, just go into Kim's Chromeboss. Okay, that is the first thing, and then
Yeah.
have your own software.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that is freaking so important, because I have done e-commerce. Okay, I failed in e-commerce. I'm not saying it doesn't work. But anyone or any guru out there will say, "Oh my God, just go to AliExpress out there, get the product." Like I've literally done all of those things. It's hard because you need to do so many things. You need to do fulfillment. If you're not a pro expert out there, or if you don't have the correct mentor in the initial start, you don't have it. Okay, if
Yeah.
you don't have a correct mentor, you will spend your whole year and you might not make anything with
Yeah.
e-commerce, especially because let me tell you one thing. Even if I was doing all of those things, every services that I'm providing currently, like funnel building, the rest of the stuff, I was in a call with one of my prospect out there,
Yeah.
and hey, what you do? I was like, I'm an affiliate marketing. I create funnels for my clients out there. I'm a coach, consultant. I have a software called Friend Funnels. And he
Yeah.
was like, oh, like I have heard about Friend Funnels. So that's your software. I was like, yeah. So what happens over there? It was authority now because he
Yeah.
already knew my soft. He wasn't using it, but he
Yeah.
knew about it. It
Yeah.
wasn't like just of a normal extension out there into the market, something like that. It was a software that people know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Created a brand around those things, and then I closed him for a funnel building.
What? You what?
I closed him for a funnel building like for like $1,500, something like that.
Wow. You closed him on 1,500 because you already have authority, because
Yeah,
he heard about you. And that's the same journey I went through. I mean, people are like, what? You're the one who created GroupConvert? What? I've been using GroupConvert for a long time. And that's thousands of people. And it makes me feel like, whoa, all those people, like, some of them know that I'm behind that and some of them don't, but then when they do, it's like instantly connect. It's like, oh my gosh, I need to be part of your world. I need to figure out what you're doing right, And
yeah,
so you're 21 years old. You have that authority to bring in 1,500 from Pakistan. Uh, that is amazing, RJ. I love your story. These interviews are usually an hour, so I want to respect your time and mine. I need to eat food. and so with that said, you guys, I have two links for you in the comments. So his Chrome extension lets you automatically message your friend. I know other Chrome extensions let you do that, but his specializes in that. And the other ones don't have lifetime options at all. At all. You have to pay every single month forever. And just for you guys, just for this audience, he's able to give me a lifetime option link. So I'm going to drop it into the comments um, right there in there. So that's the lifetime option. But if you just want to try it out, he has a 14-day free trial plan. And that's my second link right here. So go ahead and test out his Chrome extension. A lot of people use it now. It's Friend Funnels. If you are like, hey, Kim, I'm lazy, I'm not going to click on your link, who cares? Go to Friend Funnels and just get his extension, try it out. RJ Ahmed, 21 years old, coach, consultant, affiliate marketer, software owner, and entered Chromeboss last Black Friday. So
yeah,
I'm super excited. You're in my world, RJ. Like, I'm excited for those of you guys who are joining us in Chromeboss Elite. Chromeboss Elite, RJ, just so you know the difference between Chromeboss 1.0 and Elite. Elite is for those who are also those who want to begin, but Elite also has unlimited licenses of 5 Chrome extensions that I have, including GroupConvert, including the ClickFunnels cloning page extension. So you get access to all of that for the entire year, unlimited. You also get access to plug and play training for your virtual assistant so that they can handle customer service. What does that look like? They also get training for sales. What does that look like? And then it also has a plug and play developer portion where your developer can go through the training. So it's more like, hey, I am making this much. I want to scale and I don't want to do all the training. I don't want to make all the training. I want my developer to watch. I want my virtual assistant to watch the training. That's what Chromeboss Elite will enable you to do. Because I created so much training for my own people, I put it into Chromeboss 2.0, Chromeboss Elite, so that people can scale, so that the people who are making a few thousand can go up and go beyond 10,000 a month. So that is the difference between, for you specifically, the difference between 1.0 and Chromeboss Elite. And Chromeboss Elite is a year-long program. It is not 8 weeks like the 8-week program. So with that said, where can they go and find you, RJ? Coach, consultant, software owner. Where can they go to find you?
Yeah, so basically you can either go for, if you want to know how, I'm able to interview so many entrepreneurs in my group, including Kim as well. She had she did an awesome webinar over there, like Catherine Jones, Spencer Meekum, Steve Larson, and so much more out there. If you want to know about all of those things, you can simply either join my group called Affiliate Marketing Hacks for Online Entrepreneurs, okay, or AMOs, or you can simply go and search out rjahmed. You might be able to find me, absolutely. It has my own photo, so you can go and find that.
Yeah, so you can just find RJ Ahmed online. You can go to Friend Funnels to get his extension. You on your profile, is there a link to join your group, or is it straight to the extension? Like, how do you have your profile set up?
Yeah, I have one profile funnel out there, and they have multiple things. They can go for the link out there, and then they can go for joining the group.
Oh, okay. All right. So, RJ Ahmed, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, RJ. And I'm going to click end broadcast and I'll say goodbye to you separately. But thanks everyone for being here today. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Lamar. And have a great evening, you guys.
Oh yeah, if you like that video, then you will love all the resources that I have over at kimcdang.com. That is KIMCDANG.com. There you will find all my courses, my extensions, all the offers that I have, as well as a lot of free resources if you are just getting started.